Purpose of Society 2, Article number 1, Part 2, 1984. Since man is created with a kli called self-love, where one does not see that an act will yield self-benefit, one has no motivation to make even the slightest motion. And without annulling self-love, it is impossible to achieve devakut with the Creator, meaning equivalence of form. And since it is against our nature, we need a society that will form a great force so we can work together on annulling the will to receive, called evil, as it hinders the achievement of the goal for which man was created. For this reason, society must consist of individuals who unanimously agree that they must achieve it. Then all the individuals become one great force that can fight against itself, since everyone is integrated in everyone else. Thus, each person is founded on a great desire to achieve the goal. Okay.
And the question is there, right?
Yeah, the question is, why is love of friends so important for reaching the goal? And Alec, you're first.
Yeah, first, like it says in the text, we need to exit self-love. We have to be focused on something else, what is outside, seemingly outside of me. And that's on you, my friends. So if I engage in that, that means that I am trying to love you, bestow to you, whatever you call it, name it. But the Creator is there.
Yeah, it's like it says, no, we need to form the society, and the society needs to be comprised of our friends, and we need to aim towards the friends. We need to build this together. So if I need to build it for you, I need you guys, and you're the ones that are adding the strength. There's no other way to get out of ourself and our self-perception or self-love unless we aim it to each other. And just see, like today, we have Brandon joining us here today, and it's just like could feel the vibe changed completely, and this is how much each one counts. Each one is very important, and the love that each one has, it actually comes to its proper form when we come together, when we start talking about something and trying to reach out to each other. That's all I have. Lou, brother.
I don't know what to say. Everything starts with self-love. I love myself so bad that I don't want to show up. I don't want to be with you. But there is another thing, that I don't want to feel bad if I don't show up. That's way stronger than my self-love. If I show up, that's the real feeling, stronger than for you. I want nothing for me. That's what I'm trying to tell Brandon, but if he didn't show up. How can you feel good if you don't show up? For us, not for you. So it's for everybody. Next, please.
Looks like it's you,
I say,
Brandon.
yeah. Great point, Lou. The love of friends needs to be greater than self-love, and I think that's part of the craftiness of the ego, why it was called the serpent, or all these different names of what it has, because it kind of just works its way in, and you think you're doing something good because maybe you feel good or you see some things around you, but you're not sacrificing anything for the friends' benefit. And that's where I think we need strength individually. We pray for each other for the strength to overcome, the deception of the ego, and the strength to overcome it, so that we can feel the importance of the goal, and see the greatness of the friends. Jesse.
I honestly feel like a big part of it is just giving up trying to control everything. I don't know what the hell is going to happen the next minute of my life. You know, the more we get ourselves so locked up in what's going to happen tomorrow, how do I do this, how do I do that, the next thing you know, you've spun a web of lies to yourself. You've let the ego just totally trap you. The only thing that you can really do is just lay your hands down and go to a lesson. Be the dumbest thing at the lesson. It's the most beautiful feeling in the world. Coming out more confused than anything, but you know you're confused with your friends. You don't have strength unless you have your friends. You don't have anything unless you have your friends. Your friends are your absolute everything. And I mean, I didn't even know what I was going to say right now. But just lay your hands down and just give it to the group. I mean, the ego is going to confuse you any way it can. Just don't let it. Mr.
Yeah, the importance of the goal, right? Don't forget the questions that got you to Kabbalah, and you want to attain spirituality. Don't forget that state years ago. And as we advance, you're gonna have more and more questions. And the only way that will advance is with faith above reason. Don't let your reasoning and corporeality confuse you. Understand that love of friends will get you out of that prison to connect to your 10. And that's where the force of the stole is. That's where eternal love is. So understand that you're not alone, and that you're not stuck in your thoughts, that there is a system here in place that the creator has for you to take care of you. It's just not out there in the corporeal world all by yourself. So we love all of you, we miss all of you, and this is why we're making this video, just to remind you that we do love you. We're still here no matter what. We're going to be together till the end. Chris.
Yeah, I don't exactly remember the question. I just remember I was thinking, I don't know. I don't know how to be, involved in love of friends. I only know how I'm not in relation to all of you, basically, when you're all here all together. So I don't have vessels of bestowal. So, and Jesse's right. From 1 minute to the next, all I can actually say is you're not replaceable. So none of you are. Lucian.
Thanks, brothers. Together, I love to think about the brothers as a band of brothers. So yeah, like Brandon has experienced. You lay down your life. You don't even think about it for your brother in arms, right? You are out there in the battlefield, and it's just a part of your nature. And that's what this is. This is a place where we lay down who we think we are, because with the brothers, we know who we are. And so, like all the brothers have said tonight, let's make an effort to always keep each other in our hearts, and whenever we can, to support each other at these events. And I think you'll come out of it knowing your purpose, and knowing that you got a brother to your left, to your right, in front of you, and behind you. Thanks.
Shall we take another round? Okay. Yeah, like everybody says, I mean, everything comes to the importance why we're here, what we're doing for each other. And that love of friends is the only key that unlock the door to spirituality, to the final correction, Marty Kuhn, like it says, when we really love each other with all our might and all our heart, then we are as one. But on the journey, we have to be there for each other, to show that support and upliftment, and be there in every state. in all kinds of weather. If it's raining, if it's stormy, if the sun is shining, if the beer tastes too good on the beach, I have to show up on the meeting. I have to be there for my brothers in my thoughts and desires as well. So the only way, love of friends, spirituality, creator is in the center of the 10. That's the only thing we have to think about. And we don't want it for ourselves, we want it for our brothers, because you are my spirit.
Yeah, I mean, we think about the brothers that we see every day, and we think about the brothers that we don't see, but we miss them. You know, we got a chance, we got an opportunity to actually work on this together. So it's very important. You know, when you're not here, it's it's a feeling that it's like it's empty. We feel you and we are concerned for you, but we want you also to be with us because we know this is the place to be. And when we come together, we find something, like my brother was saying here, in the center of the 10. But we're trying to find it. We're trying to find it together. And that's why each one is very important. And each one has its own flavor, what he adds. And it's just not the same. So I hope that each one that hears this will actually show up. Just show up. Even if you can't come every day, come, show yourselves, and let us do this together, brothers. Hello, brother.
I just give short message. We are all part of one body. One body is complete, that it lives, that can be full, normal, can advance, say, I don't know the exact word. Without you guys, we are missing part of our body. You are not complete. So we need you. Brandon?
Yeah. We need each other like a heart needs a beat or a rhythm, and we're trying to create life here. There are a lot of sacrifices that we each go through, have to go through, continue to go through, but we know that that's exactly what we needed. That's what we've been given from above to recognize the state that we're in. And the only way we're actually going to overcome any of it is through our unity together. So, that's something that I think needs to continue to be in the front of our mind, is continuously asking for a desire that we don't have. Christopher said it a while ago, I don't have a vessel for bestowal, I'm a vessel to receive. So I need to change that software, that mentality. And that needs to be my prayer, or our prayer for each other, is that the Creator would allow us to have vessels, convert these vessels of receiving into vessels of bestowal. But the only way we can bestow is when we put down or restrict the self-love. Jesse.
Nothing happens without importance. If there's no importance, there's no movement. We need to see each other as the most important thing. We need to see each other as far more than just a body or a face in front of ourselves. Because really, we're like particle matter. But you can't have just one piece to make a wall. You need different things, different factors building a wall, building a body, building a vessel. Like you say, a lung doesn't breathe by itself for itself. It breathes to benefit the whole. Just like the brain doesn't work by itself, it works to benefit the whole. Your ears are there for one specific reason, but they benefit everything. And they might seem like the stupidest thing in the world, but without them, you wouldn't have hardly any perception. You'd lose a lot anyway. Great.
Thank you, Jesse. Yeah, like your brothers are alluding, when one of us is missing, it's like one of the qualities of the creator is missing. And so we feel incomplete, that emptiness that Dayan is talking about, because we're yearning, we're lacking, and it's that missing piece we miss having the 10 complete. This is why it's a 10, right? And so, although we pick each other up and sometimes some are up and some are down, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about the states. It's just about getting above our states and connecting. And that's where true love lies. Taco brother.
Yeah, I mean, I basically, when I'm thinking of friends, it's like I try to convince myself I yearn for those with what to live for, and that's you. And somewhere in the singular intention that we have is where we make contact. So, I don't exist. Uh, Back to you, Lucian.
Thanks, brother. You all said so many beautiful things. I was just thinking of one more military analogy. Um, I don't know much about the Greeks. I know that they had a tremendous set of warriors, in particular the Spartans. I do know that the Spartans teach us that from their great war there at the that we saw, the 300 and I guess it's those hot gates where they were fighting off the Persians. They made a statement that if you're going to keep you as a unit, you have to sort of align in a certain way. If anyone's off, it's a problem for everybody. So it's like that with us. We just come together, we form a perfect union, a perfect battle group, and we fight together. In thick and thin, and no matter how we feel, no matter how bad it is, we try. And of course we need each other. We need to lean on each other. And so, thank you, brothers. I don't know. Did someone have the final intention to read?
Yeah, you posted it. It's on the chat. You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Closing intention is Love of Friends, article number 3, 1984. And a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, What are you seeking? And he said, I seek my brothers. Tell me, I pray you, where they are feeding the flock. A man, in Genesis 37, it says, a man wandering in the field refers to a place from which the crop of the field to sustain the world should spring. And the works of the field are plowing, sowing, and reaping. It is said about that they sow in tears shall reap in joy. And this is called a field which the Lord has blessed. Baal HaTurim explained that a person wandering in the field refers to one who strays from the path of reason, which does not know the real way, which leads to a place he should reach, as in an ass wandering in the field. And he comes to a state where he thinks that he will never achieve the goal he should achieve. And the man asked him, saying, What are you seeking? Meaning, how can I help you? And he said, I seek my brethren. By being together with my brothers, that is, by being in a group where there is love of friends, I will be able to mount the trail that leads to the house of God. Okay.
Home.
I,
Right.